Welcome back to another episode of Hippie's Chopper Corner. I got my main man F-Bomb on the camera. We had to move some bikes out. I had one puke some oil in the floor.
Yep.
Right there, so got to clean that up. I needed to rearrange the shop. We got Diesel on the scene.
Oh, D?
He's out here looking for Skybird. He heard we was filming. He heard Slick's name. Old Slickhead Custom Cycles name. Well, man, when I rode that one the first time, and of course y'all see a bunch of changes. Y'all seen me swap motors in these bikes. Honestly, I think that motor actually is titled to that frame. That motor came out of that FLH that I had, that I traded for that bike. But when I rode this bike and I had that brake problem, let me say this before I forget to my buddy Gus over at This Old Chopper and my buddy Ralph up at It's My Time, Let's Go. They was giving me the blues a little bit about the brake. They rebuilt Gus's brakes on his bike, and Ralph had some good suggestions about why my caliper probably locked up. But Ralph, it wasn't my master cylinder. My master cylinder had it was for a caliper brake, not a drum brake. I don't think I have any master cylinders for a drum brake. But what I had to do, I had to space that sprocket out. I had to space that caliper out. Because I didn't have it lined up properly. And I ain't even got to ride this one since I put the new brake on it, because I pulled the front end off of it and put on this one.
Yeah.
And if y'all watch my short, I found that narrow Springer, this Paco Springer right here.
Beautiful.
Brand new Springer, man. Brand new with spacers, axle, 3/4 axle, brand new, never been ran, and it's a narrow, and hardly anybody's making narrow Springers anymore. I don't know why. The only thing I don't like about this front end is it's got the brake stay tabs on it, and I wished it didn't, because on most narrow front ends, you can't even run a brake. They're set up for spool hub rims, which I do have a spool hub wheel. I had to order a rim, a 21-inch spool hub. I had to order a tire. I had to order a top neck stem nut, cap nut. I've got one here somewhere, because I've had so many fucking Springers over the years. You know, I've got top clamps, I've got risers, I've got bearings, but I can't find a neck stem nut, so I had to order one. Plus, I had to order a spacer nut too. You know, the big castle-looking nut that goes under it that spaces it.
Yeah.
The guy that owns that was actually in up in Iowa, but it was at his buddy's shop in Nashville. Can't remember y'all's name. Corey, I think. So Corey, if you did tune into my channel, what's up, man? Check out my recent community post too. I know we do a lot of crossover stuff. Like people that watch motorcycle stuff also watch old car revivals. Well, there's a channel out there called What the Rust. And he just located here to Tennessee, I think. But I was headed up to Lowe's here in Dixon when I saw him at Advanced Auto Parts, I think it was, putting some antifreeze in an old 54 Chevrolet that he had. And I was like, oh shit, that's What the Rust. So I turned around, went back, got my picture made with him, talked with him for a little while. Asked him, did he mind if I plugged his channel? So those of y'all that are my true followers, man, go over to What the Rust and leave a comment and say, hey man, Hippie sent me from Hippie's Chopper Corner. And maybe he'll do the same for me, expose me to all his subscribers, because like I said, we cross over. I watch a lot of car revival channels too.
Yeah.
But man, I haven't started these two bikes, and I don't know when. Well, I did start this one last week, and it's not running right now. It ran great the day I rode it. Runs good when it's cold. When it warms up, it starts to run like shit. So, acts like the timing, but I don't see how the timing could have changed on it.
And that's the one that puked, right?
That's the one that puked because it hadn't ran in so long. I guess I got dirt on the check ball, and it didn't seal. This one now, this was an Evo. They're indestructible. So it should.
Fired right up.
It should fire right up, yeah. down, no doubt about it.
Uh-uh.
And this one over here generally fires up when I want it to.
Beautiful.
I did get a plug for it. For those of you that watched the short, let me go into that right quick.
Yeah.
Before I try to start this bike. I need to cut this off because it hits the oil tank, but it ain't gonna hurt it to start it. So I've got a short that went absolutely freaking viral. In 2 weeks, it hit like 112,000 views. I mean,
yeah.
it blew my mind. How it went up, and at 50,000 views, Slick over at Slickhead Custom Cycles, he said, "Bro, that's going past 100,000." I didn't believe him, but he was right. And I got to tell you, my channel's where it is because of Slickhead Custom Cycles.
Yep.
So if I've got any I've brought in over 1,200 subscribers in the last month. That blows my mind. First and foremost, I'm grateful to you guys. All of you guys that are diehard subscribers, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. This channel wouldn't be pushing 5,000 subscribers in 9 or 10 months if it wasn't for you guys. But I'm where I'm at because of Slick and Slickhead Custom Cycles. So any of my followers that has not tuned in to Slick at Slickhead Custom Cycles yet, that guy puts out some of the best production. He's got the coolest motorcycles. He's got panheads. He's got flatheads. He's got XLCRs in his shop. He's like me. He's got 7, 8 motorcycles that he owns. But he's got a killer channel, and he really helps me with mine. So you guys do me a favor. If you're a Hippies Chopper Corner fanatic, please go over and check out Slickhead Custom Cycles. He is the man. And while you're at it, check out Gus at This Old Chopper and check out Ralph at It's My Time, Let's Go up in the Great White North, because it's a boot time, Ralph. But back to this bike. Again, a ton of people looked at this video. I did a short about 2 or 3 weeks ago on this bike where I was riding it and I lost my oil cap. And I wasn't going to give up the ride just because I lost my oil cap. So I taped it up, and that's why they're...
Oh.
We're filming over here. We're filming over here.
Hey.
We're filming over here. Goofball. But anyway, that's why there's oil all over. So I taped it up, and I rode. I had out of 500 comments, there's probably been at least 100 comments in my comment section.
Hey.
Let him go. Let him go. In my comment section about these lightning bolts. Let me tell y'all, them lightning bolts have got shit to do with the SS, the Gestapo, or anything Nazi related. They got nothing to do with that. Absolutely shit to do with it. So if that's what you think, you stick your comment up your ass and move on to another channel, okay? Because I don't need people like you in my comments. It's amazing at how when a video goes viral that the trolls come out and people want to voice their opinions. Well, you know, if your opinion don't align with mine, I don't give a shit. Bottom line, you can have your opinion, I respect it, but I don't give a shit about it. This was a tribute to the legendary artist David Mann. And if you don't know who he is, you shouldn't be commenting anyway. To be honest with you. Yes, I'm on a soapbox. I'm tired of it. I can't help it, bro.
Yep.
Every day I get 20, 30 comments about it. David Mann was a legendary artist. He's well known for painting the centerfolds in Easy Rider magazine.
Yep.
And if you don't know what Easy Rider magazine is, you're probably on the wrong channel.
Yes, sir.
You know, go find you a Honda or a Goldwing channel to check out. I'm not the one. Anyway, David Mann, one of his most popular ones, and I see tapestries and posters and so many other creators' channels of Ghost Rider. And it's a guy riding a chopper, kind of like this one. This is not a replica, it's a tribute. It's probably 80% accurate to his.
Yep.
But in the back, he's riding through the desert. In the background, it's an old Pony Express rider on a horse. He had those same lightning bolts on his. The reason that is, a lot of these motorcycle clubs were started by GIs who came back from World War II, who fought the freaking Nazis, okay?
Yep.
My grandfather was wounded in France by a Nazi. You know what I mean? He took German shrapnel, right? During the 50s and the 60s, especially into the 60s, the motorcycle clubs started getting looked down on.
Yep.
General society looked down on them, and most clubs was like, we don't care. We don't want to be a part of you. We're not going to conform to your way of thinking. We're going to live life the way we want to live life. So don't come at me, because I ain't buying nothing you're selling. I don't subscribe to your way of life. So what they would do, they would run these insignia to, for lack of a better term, turn off the general public.
Yep.
To repulse people, to keep them away from them. They would see that and they'd steer clear of them. And that's what they wanted. They wanted you to leave them the F alone.
Yep.
And that's what these lightning bolts represent. And if you don't like it, I can't help it, man. I didn't build this bike for you to like. I built it for me.
Yep. Easy, baby. Hey! First time, every time.
Usually. Bike's a lot of fun to ride too.
Oh yeah.
Now this is the one that ain't wanting to run right. And I can't remember which way is up on the fuel. But it's got fuel in the filter, so I think up is on, down is off. Shit, I don't remember. This is a little bit different. It's got a Super E on it, so. Acting like the timing got off on it when it warms up and it starts advancing, but it was running great the day I rode it, so
yeah,
I don't know. I gotta figure out what's up with this dude. Pull them plugs out and see how they're burning. One of the problems I had with this motor is it's got a helicoil in the rear head, and when I pulled that plug out the other day, the damn helicoil came with it, so I put a ton of red Loctite on it, because red Loctite, when you put heat to it, really seizes up.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it locked that helicoil in there finally, but I don't know what's up with this one, man. But that's where we're at. I gotta get my wife's bike ready to ride. She's giving me the blues about this when she's ready to ride. She got her own bike. Filthy right now. What I want to do though, I was gonna film. God, I'm struggling on what front end to put on what. I think I'm definitely not gonna leave that FLX front end on that bike. I don't think. I got a guy that wants to buy it. Ringo up in Clarksville wants to buy that bike. That front end would look a whole lot better if I took them damn cans off of it.
Yep.
And I painted the triple tree silver. I wish it was chrome. I kind of like the way that bike looks with that front end on it. So I'm really struggling on what to do with that. I want to leave it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I got this beautiful freaking Springer right here, which I should get the pan head back in a couple of weeks. It's almost done. And I ordered like I said, I ordered a wheel and a tire. So if I get the pan head back, I may put that one on either the pan head, or I'm gonna put that one on the teal colored soft tail frame. It's technically not a soft tail, the Evo.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's on the Evo, I don't know. Right here in this box.
Here.
So for those of y'all that are wondering,
Here you go. Yeah, just push it.
Push what?
That little knob right there.
What little knob?
You ain't used it. You ain't never used it. God, boy, shit. Hey, get that blicky out. What's in the box?
I'm finna show you.
What's in the box, man? Oh. And which one's that for?
Well, I don't have a bike for it yet. But this is a crispy cut. And for those of y'all that aren't familiar with Crispy Co, go check out Crispy Co. KRISPYCO. That's their hardtail kit.
Mm-hmm.
And I've used several different hardtail kits in the past. And Crispy Co's got a killer how-to video out on how to do theirs. And this one looks like it's going to be so much easier to do. So at the end of the day, I've got the makings of a whole nother project right there.
Right. So is this a homage or a foreshadowing of what's about to come?
Maybe.
Oh, Lord.
Maybe. I originally snagged that front end because it was narrow, like I said I wanted to run, but man, I'm just getting kind of attached to that big front end on that white bike out there. I just like it, so I think I may be on the market for another motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not getting rid of anything for sure. If anything else, I'm going to add another bike.
Yeah, we know how you are.
I'll eventually get rid of some of them. When I get this one built the way it should be built, where it's a bitchin' old 70s style chopper, and get the clutch in it right, and it's a good running bike, again, I may raffle that bike, partly for charity, partly for the shop. I may raffle that bike off and get it out of here, because that'll be one I ride very little.
Mm-hmm.
I won't ride that bike very much at all.
Yep.
I'm more into the American choppers, which that's a cool bike, don't get me wrong. And it's got a special meaning to me, but you know, I've only got so much room in this shop to do stuff with. So, but I think for now, I want to show y'all how much better this bike will look getting rid of these ugly ass pegs that are on here.
Mm-hmm.
And get them off of there. So let's work on that. But I got some really nice pegs to put on that bike. I just don't like these floorboards that are on here. And she likes to take my son for a ride every now and then. But most of the time, if we go on a decent trip, he's gonna ride with me. So, well, what was I thinking here, Nick?
What's that? I don't know.
3/16 ball. I bet I broke that 3/16 ball on Oops' bike last week. I did. I sheared one of the balls off. He had, bro, you won't believe the amount of stripped hardware I came up on that he had stripped.
Mm-hmm. Typical.
Very typical.
Typical Oops.
Yeah,
if you're watching.
Very typical of Oops. Yep, that was probably my 3/16 ball. Yep, so I ain't got another one. And for the life of me, I cannot find my damn, there it is.
Right there.
Right.
It's right there.
It's in the wrong drawer. Somebody put it in the wrong drawer.
It's probably me, guys.
Probably this guy right here. But I generally never put shit back. Hey, Big Ed. Big Ed, Edzilla64, bro. I've left you some comments, but because I left my email address, I think YouTube has took the comments down. But Big Ed's got him a 1980 or 81 FLT. He's got a King of the Highway. I've had 3 of them bikes.
Mm-hmm.
Ed, email me at hippychapter56@gmail.com. You got any questions on that bike, bro? I've had 3 of them. I've had 2 FLTs and the FXR, which both of them bikes had the same drivetrain. That was the 1980 FLT and the 1982 FXR were the first models Harley put the rubber mounted engine on.
Yeah.
That was the first time they rubber mounted an engine, and they put a 5-speed rubber mount transmission on them.
Yeah.
And Big Ed, if you ever have to take that, inner primary off, I got a trick for you, bro. It's so big. What's up, man? Hey, something.
Go ahead.
Not about that, Big Ed, but email me, Big Ed. That's my son, everybody. Hey, bud. It's a little hippie, y'all.
What's up,
What
man?
up, dude?
You're on YouTube, bro. Say hey, YouTube.
What's up, YouTube? Glad to be here.
He was supposed to help me edit. Never did. He's come over. He's gonna cut my grass for me.
Somebody's bike's in the middle of the yard.
Well, I've already cut the back, man.
Oh, my bike's in the middle of the front yard.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we're gonna pause y'all right here. We'll bring y'all back in a minute.
Go.
All right. We had to get my son to work cutting the grass. I probably didn't have to put red on this, but it was what I grabbed.
You got that? Oh, yeah, you got that wrench.
That's a little bit higher too for my son. His short legs will fit that. Don't hit chrome, kids.
Yep.
Unless you're hippie's chopper corner.
Well, it's supposed to be sketchy, ain't you?
A little bit. We don't care much about chrome around here anyway. Unless it's a chrome front end, we won't hit on that.
Yeah. There you
Man, that
are.
looks so much better than that
Yep, then that floorboard.
stupid floorboard looks.
Yep.
No, hey Vincent, man, this bike is filthy. Look at it, bro.
Yeah.
It gets dirty out here in the shop, man. I got to get these bikes cleaned up, man.
Oh, dusty.
Weather's coming around. We got a busy riding season coming up ahead of us. I'm probably going to put 15,000 miles on that road glide out there. I hope to put at least 1,000 miles on them choppers. Doing just local stuff on them. Well, I am taking one of them. Probably, don't mention who and where, but I'm probably taking that one out to Maggie Valley.
Uh-huh.
That one, and maybe this one. I don't know. No, because I don't have pegs on it. I have to ride the old lady around. So that one and that one. And that one probably be for when me and my buddy just go riding the mountains. And then that'll be for when we take off with our old ladies to go do stuff. But y'all see that. That's coming up in some upcoming content. I'm going to get the other peg put on her bike. And then I've got to rearrange the shop. Like I said, I think that's going to be a future project. I've already been shopping Marketplace. Anybody out there that's local, I'm on the market for a Shovelhead. Definitely not an FLT or an FXR. They're just, you can't chopper those. They're not good chopper candidates. I don't get those anymore. But I am on the market for one. But I'm frugal. I want to find a good running Shovelhead, probably for around $4,000. They're out there. You just got to look. Because I don't want to put more than $4,000 or $5,000 into a bike that I'm gonna sink more money into. That's $1,000 front end. Well, it's more than $1,000 to buy it new. It's about $1,500 for that front end. That hardtail kit's probably $700-800. Not to mention all the other stuff I'll have to put into it. If it's got split tanks on it, I'll have to put a peanut tank on it. You know, king queen seat. You know, my whole thing. I build my bikes all basically the same.
That hippie stank on it.
That hippie stank, man. I got so much I need to do. But I wanted to get you guys a video out. We've been doing a lot of riding. I ain't had much time for content. And I guess we'll close this video out. Again, guys, go check out Slickhead Custom Cycles. If you're any of my new subscribers, he is a fellow content creator that I work closely with. He's helped me build my channel up. And again, you guys go check him out.
Good dude.
Got some other shout outs I want to do. Again, check out What the Rust. He pulls old pre-1960 cars out of the woods that you think would never run again. Then he gets them running. I got to meet him today, ran into him out in public, talked to him. It's always cool to see another content creator. Ralph, It's My Time, Let's Go. Gus at This Old Chopper. Ed Zilla over at Edzilla 64. He just picked him up a Shovelhead. X's Chopper Blog, he's coming along with his Shovelhead. And all the other channels that I watch. But again, most important, you guys go check out Slickhead Custom Cycles. His production is above and beyond. The guy's a genius when it comes to production, so you guys go check him out. Give him a subscribe, tell him Hippie sent you. And we'll see y'all soon, man. It's Hippie's Chopper Corner, home of the sketchy chopper, where we keep them sketchy. What, Nick?
All the time.